Hello, my name is Laura Sawyer and this is my AR project cycle 2. These are my student work samples of the work that they have done on our wiki page for our first unit. On my home page you can see that I've got some instructions as well as a class calendar. The students had asked for a class calendar and I don't think that they scrolled down because this calendar has been up since the beginning of the school year, but it's right there on the home page. The students' first post was the kudos page. On there they were to write about an accomplishment, big or small, on this page. And you can see they've put quite a bit on there. Okay, and this one I believe was just last week in pre-MPAs. So the students are continuing to use this kudos page. Their first content unit assignment was the biochemistry. On this page, I've given them a real quick how-to guide. There's also a more in-depth video how-to guide under the tutorials page. As we scroll through the page, you can see all that the students have done. Most of this is vocabulary, and that was done intentionally because I wanted this wiki to replace their traditional vocabulary cards. I had found that in years past the students would make them, get the grade, and then never look back at them. The great majority of them would do that. So I wanted them to use the wiki in order to do a little bit less work, but also make it more interactive and exciting for them to go back and look at the content. In the first unit, they did not go back very much, and this is an ongoing point of instruction for my students throughout the year because I want them to build that media literacy skill. You can see under one topic, polar molecules, that we have 3 different diagrams and we have 5 different definitions. This one was cute. It's a rambunctious rebel, so that the students get multiple perspectives and hopefully make it more memorable. So not only are they on a practical sense doing a little less, they're getting a whole lot more and they're getting a lot of different perspectives on most of the concepts that are on that page. And as we continue to scroll down, you see all the work that these students have done. I have 32 students in the class, and so they've put a lot into this for having a relatively small class. I did do one post myself, and this was a video I made in our music theory class on functional groups. I actually made that video with my wiki in mind. And you can see as we continue, we've got lots of diagrams, lots of explanations to go with the diagrams, and to try to really give a different perspective to the students besides what I teach in class and what they get from the book. This has all been built by the students except for that one video. There's quite a bit. This one, somebody put a video in, connected a YouTube video. And on the post, you'll see that the students were asked to put their initials so that I can quickly check off how many they've done. There's a second way to do that, and it's really the way that I do grade them, and that's through the history function. As we look at the history page, you can see that I can very quickly see who made posts, how many, and which day that they made it. This also works if a student's work has been erased, either by simultaneous postings or by just an error from another student. Their history still shows up that they've posted to it, so they still get credit even if it's been erased from the site. Now I've taken my students and critical friends' suggestions as the wiki continues past the AR project. Under for instance, the cells, the next subject, cells, I've changed it to try to include more concepts for the students to put in. I've also added our class resources, which before that only appeared on our class website. However, students were not going to both the wiki and the class website, so I am trying to convert all of my class website stuff back to the wiki. Another problem was students were not able to download from the MobileMe account that it was uploaded to, so that caused some problems with the class website. And so now everything will be included into the wiki that was once on the class website. And then I've also been encouraging my students to put games and other multimedia into the wiki. One student found a cell structure game and included that into our wiki. I encourage the students to do this, to find more interactive materials and to really take ownership of it. I want them to have that media literacy and to understand what a wiki's for, to be able to take that knowledge into college with them, possibly into their jobs. And that is my class wiki, my student work samples for Cycle 2, as well as how I assessed that first goal, which was to have students post to the wiki. Thank you.